Good afternoon, thrill seekers, conversationalists, and keepers of odd knowledge. This is Phil Romano from down at Remax Affinity in beautiful Fort Myers, Florida. I'm excited to talk to you today in email number 2 about the HUD-owned property list that I sent to you that you requested from either Facebook or our email system or somewhere out there in the internet world that you came to have the list on your hands. So I wanted to give you just a little bit of helpful background and how to use this very helpful tool. Because imagine that properties that are found on this list, that you could purchase these at well below market value as an investment home, as a rental, or as a home that you would love to live in. But you got to know how to use the tool. It's kind of like a lumberjack has a chainsaw but forgets to put the gas in. He can still cut down trees, but it's going to be a lot more work. So I'm here to put some gas in your chainsaw. And if you're like me, you want to know how to work your way around the tool. So I want you to go ahead and take the list that you have that has that HUD-owned property list. It says right at the top of it, HUD property list as of. That'll be the date of the list. It says that's when it was a kind of a snapshot of what houses are and properties are available. And then once you look at it, it could be one page or multiple pages, depends on the current inventory that HUD has allowed to be sold. And so I just want to give you how to use it so you'll be wise. First of all, there's some pretty self-explanatory things. This is for Lee, Charlotte, and Collier counties. And if there's properties in Henry County, which is like over in LaBelle and that area, Clewiston, and you'll see them on here too. But pretty much the 3 counties, starting from the south, Collier, going north, Lee, and then Charlotte County. And so you see the pretty obvious stuff: address, city, zip code, the price, whether it's what bedrooms and bathrooms. The LA is living area. That means that's the areas that are air conditioned, and the year of construction, and also the price. But here's where you really can make your money, and it is the listing date. And then the period, and I put a place in there for notes to be helpful. But just on this list, I want you to take a look-see, because listing date is when it came on the market. It means when it's available. So if you know a couple of things, when a house comes on the market available for people that are going to purchase it, they'll fall into 2 categories. They're either going to be owner-occupant or they're going to be investors. And what that means for you, if you are shopping for a house that you're going to live in as a primary home, that means that from the day one that it comes onto the market, you have exclusive for the first 30 days of only owner-occupants can bid and possibly purchase the property. After 30 days is when the investors can come in and snap up these great bargains. So keep that in mind. And what I've done is I've helped a little bit by looking under where it says period. It says, it could say one of 2 things. It could say investor, which means that owner-occupants and investors can bid on the property. And you'll contact me. You see a property looks interesting, you'll contact me, ask me about it, and then we'll see if that property is suitable for you. And we actually manage the bidding process for HUD. So it's like having somebody on the inside. So if it says investor, it means owner-occupants or people who are going to use it as an investment property, income-producing property, or to buy it to resell it. That's the people that's when that property can be bought by them. So, for example, there's property here on 1703 Maple Drive in Fort Myers. You may be looking at a different version. I'm just going to use this one. It says that it's a 2-bedroom, 1-bath, 1,200 square feet, built in 1970 for $31,000. Now, that's the asking price. It doesn't necessarily mean that's going to be the price it sells for. It could sell for more. It could sell for less. But a period is for the investor. That means if a person wants to buy it to use it as a rental, they can. Or if they want to live in it, they can too. The one right below it on 1239 Santa Barbara, that is only for owners, which means that this one is going to be only available for people who will, under an affidavit, say they're going to live in it and own it for at least 1 year. You get the picture? So what that means for you is that if you see a property that if you're an investor and you want to buy one of the owner-occupant properties, you got to wait. And so you got to wait that 30 days, and then after that, it's a totally different ball game. Investors can we can place the bid, and if your bid wins, go to close. Still have your inspection periods, all of that. And so, but I just want to give you this, and so that you can have this little tool, so you can, as a snapshot, just take a quick look of the available properties. Now, periodically, we will update this, typically about once a week, and it will be replaced on the site. So if you go ahead and do this, go to our Facebook.com/Southwest Florida, all spelled out, Southwest Florida Real Estate. Like us there, and then you can actually link over and fill out the form and get this new one. Or if you like, we'll go ahead and just ask us, and we'll send you the updated one, let's say once a week, so you don't have to go through the website again. So listen, it's been great having a great conversation with you. We'll periodically keep in touch with you, and as properties come on board that are not on the HUD list and they're not on the MLS list, if you want us to clue you in and give you time to take the sniff test on one of those properties before they hit the MLS, just let us know. Drop us a line, and you can send an email to phil@comdeal.com. That's COMMDEAL. Or you can do the old-fashioned way. Pick up the phone, call us at 239-246-9761. And I'm glad we had a chance to get to know each other a little bit better. Phil Romano at Remix Affinity in darling Fort Myers, Florida. Live with passion.